Our thoughts and feelings are our own and are not representative of Electronic Arts as a whole or anyone else.
Once again, it's time for the Team Lift Podcast with your hosts, Brandon Bowie and Roderick McDaniel. Let's go ahead and get right into the show. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming back for another episode of the Team Lift Podcast. This is going to be a really special show for me personally. The gentleman that we're going to have on the show today, as you guys know, we went out to the Anime Austin last weekend. Brandon, you didn't get to join us. I know you were out busy with EA, but we had a great time. Reed, all the guys, Zane came in. We shot a lot of video for the YouTube page. So the gentleman we saw was probably bar none my favorite panel. Okay, favorite panel that we did. So we wanted to get him on the show, but there's some things going on after we left the show, and he reached out to us, and we wanted to bring him in today. Without much further ado, I just want to go ahead and pass it over. Thomas Tenny, how are you doing, man?
I'm trying to do the best I can. It was a really good show, but it was the after effects that really kind of ruined the weekend for us.
Yeah, I know, man. I heard from Reed when you got a hold of him through Instagram. First of all, man, my heart breaks for you. When he told me what you were going through, that is the worst thing to try to come back from a great show back to. I know this is going to be hard to talk about, but can you go ahead and kind of elaborate and share with us what happened?
Yeah, we had just finished up with the show. It was interesting. I was waiting for Anna to come back. She was doing some stuff outside of the show for business. And we were waiting on her to come back, and I was staying out by the pool of the hotel and actually met one of the roadies I used to work with. It was very positive. I was so elated about the show, and Anna showed up with a big smile as she usually has. And, we were all feeling good. Mary was feeling good. Anna was feeling good. We got in the car, and we're on our way back to Houston, just ready to enjoy the show and all the things we had done. And I tried to reach out to my girlfriend of 17 years. And I was trying to let her know, hey, we're going to come back in town. We got so many things, positive things to tell you about the show. No answer. Thought, okay, that's pretty odd. I thought maybe her cell phone died or, we were being worried on the way back. So I tried again, reached out to her again, nothing. So I decided to reach out to her family because I thought maybe something had went wrong or they had heard anything. Her son, Tristan, answered the phone and said to me, I said, had you heard from your mom? He goes, it's a little complicated. I won't get into that part. I told him, had you heard from Andrea? And he said, no. I said, well, has your mom heard from her? And he goes, no. I said, are you sure? You want to ask her? He goes, nope, gotta go, bye. Hung up the phone. I was like, well, that's odd. You and I got along. So why would you? And so I knew something was awry. So we drove back with thinking, trying to think positive. We didn't want to feel anything was wrong. But as soon as went to my partner's office. That's where we always drop off our work. So, it stays in a place of security.
Right.
When we got there, the first thing we saw was a note on the door saying, keys to the office or in the house are left in the filing cabinet outside. I instantly grabbed the keys, waved over Mary and Anna to me, and went over to this. He has a shed, almost shack next to it where he keeps other supplies for his company. And I heard barking. I opened the door, and there was two of my dogs with no food, no water, and it was 95 degrees inside.
What the?
One of my dogs is a Chihuahua, the other is a Terrier.
Oh, God.
Then I heard another of my dogs. I have 4 dogs. Another of my dogs crying. And I ran back to the back, and there was a little 4x2 room that was boxed off. And he's an 80-pound Australian cattle dog, Blue Heeler. Tried to enjoy my life. And I opened it up, and he was barely able to get up. It was so hot in there. And I looked around, and there was things destroyed, and my belongings and my art and everything was just missing. And it was, destroyed. Mary and I instantly grabbed the 2 dogs and ran outside to run them over, get them out of the heat. And I pulled out my big dog, and I was just, what's going on? I was in shock. It was just like shock and awe. It was like somebody just dropped a nuclear bomb on me. Mary and Anna ran up to me and were trying to figure out what was going on. I didn't know what was going on. I found a note saying that you work too hard. You're never around. Goodbye. And I looked for my dog. I own a 7-pound Chihuahua named Sugar, who I rescued from the streets. I found her. She was 3 pounds drinking muddy water. I rescued her, and she stole the dog on top of everything else. One of the dogs has passed away since then in the heating. Hard to talk about because they're like my children.
Yeah, exactly. Man, I'm
watch
really sorry for
animals suffering just tore my heart out. And to see the things that were wrenched out of my life for no reason. I'll let the girls speak.
Man, my heart breaks for you, and I'm really sorry that you're going through this. I wanted to get you on the show because Reed told me that she took a lot of your artwork that we just talked about at the show. A lot of that artwork's irreplaceable. Can't put a value on it. You have filed a police report, I'm correct?
I've spoken. My one of my best friends, his brother's with the sheriff's department, so he's been with everything to try to get this straightened out.
Okay.
I've been trying to make people. I've made people aware in the Dallas and Arlington, Texas area that this property may be going out there. Now I'm doing this not because out of any vindictiveness. I'm doing this because I want to protect fans who may purchase this art, and then then they're going to have to take it back. They're going to lose their money. I try to protect my fans' interest in this as much as I can because it's not fair for them to have this taken out of them or taken away from them because somebody is just a bad character.
Right.
So I'm doing the best I can to try to recover these items, but we all know it's not going to be easy.
No. Well, we just talked about that, how hard it is once that kind of artwork gets out there in the market. There is that underground kind of to buy it. So it is going to be definitely tough for them to try to track that down. So you've already kind of put this out in the Dallas, Fort Worth area. We're kind of thinking Arlington and Dallas. Did you reach out to the comic shops there?
Yeah, she admitted she went to Arlington.
Okay.
And I have no idea where she is in Arlington. I know that her mom is kind of like the brains behind this kind of hideous act. I don't know how a person could do what she did. Look, as far as I'm concerned, this isn't personal. And a lot of people have questioned me about why this isn't personal when it comes with the dog. It's beyond personal. It's an attack. It's an abuse. It's cruelty, not only to me, and I want to explain this so your listeners understand where I'm coming from. Mary is a college student. She's a model for me. She's an assistant. Honest, a single mother of 4 children. She's my assistant and she's my model. Both of these women are important in my life. They're very important in my life. Not only for the character and their friendship, but because they're hard-working, dedicated, and loyal people to me. And the artwork that was stolen was artwork that I've used them for models. And these pieces were sold. These pieces, they helped Mary with the college funding. She's a student trying to better herself. Anna relies on this to feed her kids. She's a single mother. Any single mother out there can understand where I'm coming from. Or somebody was raised by a single mother. And this puts food on her children's table. Taking this from these 2 women, as you can see, it's disturbing. Taking this from these 2 women, this is not fun and games. This is not something. This is an attack. And it's horrible. And when you do these kind of things, I can't understand the reasoning behind it. I won't pretend to. But me recovering these pieces and trying to find some kind of justice here isn't just for me. It's for these wonderful women that I have sitting beside me. I love them like they were Mary's like my daughter to me. Anna's like my sister. These people, these two women, I was blessed to have brought into my life, and I feel responsible. And it hurts me deeply to have to sit there and cover them to feel. You know, it's hard to put in words.
No, I totally understand.
And Mary can explain her situation. But
I start nursing school in the fall.
Right.
I have to pay tuition. I get some scholarship help, but the rest I have to pay out of pocket. My books, about $1,000 each semester, I have to pay out of pocket. I have bills as well. You know, this is my part-time job to keep me afloat while I study and go for my degree. And I don't know what I'm gonna do right now. I don't know. I have no clue. I need to find something else to do in the meantime to recover all that money and pay. I have to pay. And she literally took food in my kids' mouths because at the moment this is my only job, and I rely on it to support me and my 4 kids.
I can see this is very harsh.
No, it is. Take your time. You and I talked about this at the show, Thomas, about you were raised by strong women. You've been blessed to have strong women in your life. And you actually had the project. We just talked about Fight Girl Fight that you were working on.
This would not be real Fight Girl Fight. In fact, this embodies it more, because this is what we meant by Fight Girl Fight, the negativity in the world. The negativity of bad character. Fight Girl Fight is a positive message. I won't have somebody try to destroy something we've worked hard for to try to put a message about. This is not, and I've heard my friends discuss this, this is not some kind of just general statement on bad. This is a bad person. Let me repeat that, person. This is not about gender. This is not about race, anything like that. This is about a bad, singular person with bad intentions.
Right.
So I will not allow this for these two to suffer from this. We will recover. We will fight. I will fight. Fight Girl Fight will fight. We will not let this deter us from our. She may have put a block in our road, but we're not going to give up, folks. We're not going to back off. We will recover. She will pay the crime for her crimes. I guarantee you, folks, I will not let this go until this woman serves justice. I want my dog before another dog. My dog Sugar, I hope to recover soon, because look what happened. That's another concern of mine, that this poor dog suffers the same fate in the hands of a person that can't even control themselves. How can they take care of an animal?
Right.
And so we're not going to let this deter us. I will see justice is served on this human being. I will work with the authorities. I will work with comic shops. I will work with gentlemen like yourself who are out there trying to help us, to help them.
Right.
And to help my folks. It's not a pleasant world all the time.
No.
We know that. But the thing is we don't lay down for these kind of things. We stand up. We stand up for the injustices in the world. I'm just a comic artist. These are just models. But beyond my image and people saying I'm legendary and all this other stuff, I'm just a man with blessed with a talent. These are two women blessed with brains and beauty. We want to be something more than just, somebody that talks at a convention. We want to be somebody that's, we present a role model to people against people like that who are what's destroying the fabric of the society. And we want to fight these things. And hopefully this girl, her mother, her son, these human beings can see and hopefully, I doubt their conscience will bother them, but I hope one day, soon, very soon, these people can see and get some justice done to them. And hopefully the world will stop them and find them. I don't know where they are. I know where they were supposed to be.
Right.
We just want what's ours back.
We want our property back.
Definitely.
This is it's an injustice.
We spent hours, working on this stuff. Taking time from our families and to go and work and make something for somebody else, create something, and then
Honest,
taken right from under us.
honest, perfectly correct in this. We try to create beauty in the world and try to create stuff people can enjoy. There's not enough of that out there. I'm not saying I'm the greatest artist ever walked the face, but I use my talent as best I can to create something beautiful. I have two beautiful women, and thank God everybody's loved what they've done. But to see it turned into some kind of, I don't know, weapon against us, me, we don't know where this has been and what motivated this kind of
Behavior.
yeah, it's and let me just say this because people may be wondering. Yes, 17 years of being with somebody. Yeah, I'm heartbroken. Trust me, folks. I'm very heartbroken. I'm betrayed, and yeah, that hurts. My dogs don't. But you know what? I'll recover from that. I just don't want this to be something that people. I don't want to be a victim, but yet I feel like there's too many victims out there that just go away. Trust me, I'm not going anywhere. I won't be deterred. I won't be stopped. Promise you that.
Well, let me ask you this. Have you guys set up like any kind of fund, or is there a GoFundMe that our listeners can try to give to try to help you out? Because I knew you had some other cons set up. Has this created a problem in being able to go to those?
Oh, we want to do that, right?
Yeah, we do want to do that. We're still thinking either, we were originally thinking about starting a Kickstarter for Fight Girl Fight. Anyway, we're trying to give the profits to charity, but in order for us to even make profits, we need to make product to sell.
Right.
So we wanted to do that, but now with this, we'll probably do a Kickstarter for that, or maybe a GoFundMe. We're still not sure. We have to work on that. This is still really fresh for us. It's only been 4 days, and
I've lost my home from this.
Yeah, Thomas right now is homeless. Doesn't have a car.
She took that. Anna opened her doors to me. She took me in, and my dog. My mother took my other dog before the one passed away.
Right.
But yeah, this has been like somebody taking a hammer to the glass of my life. And in 2015, I lost my father and 4 other people, all within a 6-month period of time. That was hard to come back from. I spent 2016 recovering from all that devastation. In 2017 has been a positive year to this day, until Sunday.
Wow.
And I've watched people in tears look at me, and I try to be a good person. I live to be a good person. I try to be a role model. It's not easy nowadays, but I try. I don't drink. I've never done drugs. It's not my thing. I've tried to stand up for the small, and both of them be explained to you. I've stood up for small people. I've taken artists to my side. There's many artists that come to me that can't get anywhere in this business. And I try to introduce them. I try to make the community. That's my thing. It's my life to try to be positive. But bad things happen to good people.
Especially to good people.
Well, we're going to make you an offer today. What we want to do is, if you set up a GoFundMe and a Kickstarter, I want you to reach out to Brandon and I. We talked about this before the show. We're going to push your GoFundMe once you set it up on all of our social media outlets. This episode that we're recording right now, we're actually going to put it in the Reddit comic book room because we want the entire media in the nation of comic book fans who have enjoyed your work to know what's happened. And we're going to get behind you and help you.
You guys impressed me so much. So you guys have been so supportive of our causes. And we can't thank you enough for trying to be there for us because it is a comic book community. It's grown because from the days when I may be an old dinosaur in many ways, but it's grown to this big pop culture society. But generally, deep at the roots of this, we're all comic guys. We're movie fans. We all have a relationship, and that community is important to me, at least. And I want that community. I support the community, and I've never asked for anything in return. I'm not that kind of guy. We all run into rough times. We all run into bad times. But I've always wanted to. I never wanted people to ever feel. I remember when I came back to comics, people said to me, and it's just funny because I was talking to Circus of Chaos, which is a show I appeared on, and people said there was comments. People would say, "I thought he was dead." For a while there, I thought I was going to change my name to Snake Plissken because I kept having that movie line. Because when I left for rock, people were like, "Where'd you go from comics? We don't follow rock." We're just, so they thought I'm just kind of disappeared off the planet. But I've never gone. I've always been there. It's just I grew, I expanded, evolved, yeah. And now I'm back into comics, and I missed the community of people that were there, and the support we had for each other meant a lot to me. I missed that. So coming back to comics isn't just about, it's the new thing, it's a big fad, everybody's not. No, it's because it's where my heart was. And I brought these two along for the journey. And it's not the perfect way to start a journey into this world. Trust me.
No.
But they're growing in it. They love it. They have taken so much to it, and the fans have taken so much to it. Watching how the fans interact with Mary and Anna, it's amazing. I took them to Free Comic Book Day. She was Wonder Woman. She dressed up as Harley Quinn. These two were kids. Anna because she's a mother. Mary because she just loves kids. You should have seen the kids run up to them and just the joy the kids had in their eyes. They didn't have Anna. She dyed her hair platinum blonde. Had the Harley Quinn costume on. She walked out, and I was like, "Oh, you didn't need to do that." And she's like, "I did it for kids." That's how much this means to them. That's how important this is to them. There's not a lot of people can say they would put themselves into something that they've never been around before and throw themselves in. But these two women you look at, are dedicated and loyal. You don't find that nowadays. And I refuse to watch these two fall to the wayside because of a bad person. And people like you, people like the fans that love this work and love this genre, folks, don't let them be a victim. Don't let yourself be a victim. You can fight. We're gonna fight.
Really all what Fight Girl Fight is about. No victims, there's no victims, there's only survivors.
You guys are definitely exemplifying everything that Fight Girl Fight was about and what we talked about at Anime Austin. I want to talk to you about this. Now, Marie, you were telling us a little about it. So I know you guys shared a story with us where a mother had lost her daughter to a drunk driver. And she wanted you to do a comic book cover with her daughter on there, correct?
Exactly, yeah. Did come up to us at the convention. Here's the funny part. We had laid out some of the quick prints. We were doing stuff in a rush to get to Anime Austin because I had so much work piling up and I was rushing. And I was like, we gotta make something out there. And the girls were like, come on, hurry, please, we gotta have something. So we came up with some quick drawings of the anime for Anime Austin, the Fight Girl Fight. And I laid them out on the table, and, we were just selling them for nothing. Basically giving them away. We just wanted people to have them. And she came up to us and started talking to us about her daughter. After we explained what Fight Girl Fight was about, and she stood there almost in tears. And my heart reached out to her, and I said, she started to think to wanted to buy the person. She said, no. So she goes, I'll come back tomorrow. So on Sunday, we're just about to wrap up, and I just done a guest autograph. And the people at Enemy Austin were fantastic. With, I can't thank Melissa Henderson and Ethan at Enemy Austin enough for being so accommodating to us. They were fantastic. But after I left the guest autograph, I thought she comes back, and I was packing up and getting ready to leave to Houston. She came up behind me, and she goes, here. And I said, what's that? She goes, the money to the I said, keep that. And Mary reached into the box that we were packing up, pulled all 5. It was already there, and handed it to her. And she looked at us, and tears welling up in her eyes. And she goes, this reminds me of my daughter. And I'm going to fight girl fight. And that's the last thing she said to me with a smile when she walked away. See what I mean? Why we left that convention feeling that makes you feel. I don't care what I've done. I don't care about Iron Man. I don't care about AC/DC. Sorry, guys, not don't kill me, Angus. But honestly, that means more to me than $1 million covers. That's what we do this for. That's what guys. I've worked with very talented guys, Rich Rankin, Mike Chen. So many talented geniuses in this business. And every one of them has always said the same thing to me. I would rather somebody come up and say, beautiful job, than get paid $100,000 for this. That's what we do this for. I don't know about today's artists, and I'm sure there's a lot of times. This is about the love of it. Fight Girl Fight is about love. This isn't about profit. This is about the love of it. This is about sending a message. This is about us trying to be. If I didn't have these two are they're the face of this. I'm the hands, they're the brains. It's that simple. These two are the face of this company. I don't care if people go, about the art. Look, I want them in the front. I can stand back here. I don't care. I'll be in the box. You can put me in the box, pull me out when you need me. That's fine with me. As long as I can get another woman with telling me thank you. I don't care where I am with this. I just want anybody, to know that we're behind you. You don't have to sit there and go, be in an abusive relationship or being, a victim of the crime, rape, or feeling alone. You're feeling desperate, despair, feeling sad. We're going to fight for you. We're going to stand up for you. You can look at our art. You're sitting home alone and you read this or look at this and you're sitting there. Keep in mind, we're there with you. We'll listen to you. We want your story. We'll give your story life. These girls will put this into words. I will give you everything I got. Every bit of talent I got. Every bit of artistic blood I have. I will put it on that paper for you. I guarantee you I will give you what you want. Your story can be told. We're here to tell you a story. Don't women that I've talked to say, I can't talk to my family. I'm afraid to talk to my mother. But they want their story out there. And we're giving you a place to tell your story. You don't have to put your name on it. But your story out there is going to help somebody else in that same situation. We're going to give you a voice. We're not just going to give you the hope. What we want to do. Hope is the big thing.
Man, you got me inspired. I'm ready to throw my money at the project already. I told you that. It'll be Austin. 5 girls, 2 granddaughters. You're talking, wow.
I watch Anna with her 2 daughters. She's got the most amazing daughters, Scout and Gracie. They're beautiful, they're fun, they're lively. And I watch these 2 with her. And I see Anna raising positive girls in this society. she's raising wonderful daughters. They're going to be wonderful community people, and they're going to be great for the community. I told Scout today, she walked by, and I was like, I told her, I said, I would be proud of her. I was fortunate tonight, right before we had this discussion we're having, to meet Mary's wonderful mother, the beautiful woman with the heart of gold. And she came up to me and talked to me, patted me on the back. She said, "This is your home too." She didn't say that. And I looked at her and I said, "Your daughter, if she was my daughter, I would be proud." She looked at me. I could see the pride gleaming in her eyes. She's proud of Mary. She's got every reason to be. These are strong women.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a strong mother. She's got a strong daughter. All of this comes from the heart and the love. The love is like, today it sounds like just a word. There's still love in this world. These two women have it. This mother, her daughters, there's love in this world. Just gotta learn to share it. So we can share it through art. We can share it through words. We'll go to these shows. Come up to. You want people to come to the shows and pick this up and say, I can relate. But each character in Fight Girl Fight is different. The characters are all going to be. We're not going to take this and that and try to make. Oh, it's going to be this beautiful anime kind of. No. Mary, you can explain that.
We want to embrace the different races out there, different sexual orientations. We want to show support to the LGBTQ community. Races all around. We don't care if you wear a hijab or not. Doesn't matter to us. We're all, especially like to the women.
And let me tell you this, guys. And I can speak. This beautiful woman sitting beside me didn't have it easy, folks. This was a hard life for this beautiful creature sitting beside me. She can tell you stories that would make most people's heart break. She sits there and she doesn't say, feel sorry for me, feel sad for me. She says, learn from me. This is what I'm trying to show you. Well, explain this to me.
I'm just, I've lived a difficult life, and I don't regret it. I wouldn't take it back because I've learned so much, and I feel like my experiences can help people that have been or are about to go through or gone through and struggling with it. I feel like, I don't know, I see a different view on the world because of that, and I wouldn't take it back. It was bad, but it's hard to say.
What made her, you know what they say, what doesn't kill us makes it stronger. She had kryptonite in her life. This woman is a superwoman now. Ain't nothing gonna hurt her. She may cry, she may bend, she won't break. Mary sits here, and when my heart has been broken all week, she calls me up almost in tears, and trying to get me to talk, and Anna's been right there trying to shake me loose from this. If I didn't have these two in my life, I honestly don't know how I'd feel right now. That's how important women have been in my life. And again, like I said, I was raised by a very strong woman, and again, I've been blessed to have strong women around me. So this tells you how important this is to us.
Yeah.
This is an act of love. Trust me. We want to be your friend. We don't want to be your counselor. We can't counsel. We're not good at saying we can solve these problems. But we want to share everybody's experience, and hopefully somebody will find some kind of hope or some kind of advice from other people that have been there. I'm not a female. I got long hair, but I'm not a female. But I'm just an old rock guy. Never got past the 80s. But the thing is that I can relate to my mother. My mother survived World War II as a child. I'm German, and my mother was there, and she watched the horrible things My mother survived that. She survived the bomb dropped into our living room. My mother survived watching people be hung, sliced, diced, and shot in front of her. She survived when there was no food in Germany to eat. She survived it. And she came out.
She kissed her.
Yeah, she's a pistol. That's true. My mother is, that one was made of granite. But she told me one thing. She said to me, she said, Thomas, I want to tell you something. She goes, you don't give up and tell people and just roll over. And you'll do that. And I watched my mother go against all kinds of luck. This is, I don't mean to drag this out. I lived in, and I won't say the town. I'm sorry, folks. I don't want to.
No, man, take your time. This is what got me last time. I love talking to you. This could turn into a 2-hour show.
My mother would, my father, I was born in New Jersey, in Newark, New Jersey, of all places. So I was, a tough kid, real pain in the ass. I'm surprised my mother didn't hit me. But we moved to a farm in Ohio, and my mother was German, and she couldn't speak that well of English. And my father's a mountain man. I kid you not, folks. He's from a place called Possum Holler, West Virginia. I mean, you can find a bigger hole in a mountain than he crawled out of. Proud country man. So when we moved to the small town in Ohio, it had a very big Jewish community. Now my mother, let me explain something about my mother. My grandmother was my grandfather was German. My grandmother was from Spain. Dark skin, dark hair. And she was also Jewish. They had to hide my grandmother, who passed away during the war, from the Nazis. When we got to this small town in Ohio, with the Jewish community, they didn't care to hear that part of it. All they saw was a German. And they would paint swastikas on our door. They would smash the windows out of our home. They pumpkined our kitten to death and hung it from our door. They would burn crosses on our grass. They would burn the fields. They would throw stuff at us when we went to the grocery store. People say, do you understand what racism is? I say, yeah, I lived it hard, very hard. There was times my brother was pulled into the woods and beaten. For what? For what? Hatred. And I promised myself when I left Ohio, that kind of stuff can break a person. It can break you. It can make you a hard man. It can make you hate back. But my older brother, said to me, he goes, if I hate back, this is what he said to me, he goes, if I hate back, I'm no better than the people that hate me. And he goes, I love them back. Because they didn't break me. They can't make me hate them. They can hate me, but they can't make me. And that stood in my mind. I sat there and thought to myself, my brother's kind of like this comic book fan. He's the one that got me interested in comics. He's a comic book fan. He's kind of this nerdy guy. People could make fun of him, but that man stood against all odds and smiled while they were throwing stuff at him. Dared him, but you can't break me.
Wow.
And my mother didn't stop. She'd come home, she'd see a swastika spray paint on her door, and my mother go, well, I always wanted to paint the door another color. That was her spin. She was like, you can't win. They'd burn across. My mom would go out there and she goes, we break that down, we could roast some good chicken. And it's like, okay, Mom, like a mom. She's like, nope, they can't do it. But if they would have spoke to us, they would have taken the time to come up to us and understand. My grandmother had to hide in a closet, folks, from Nazis. My grandmother was shot at by Nazis. Yeah. She died from broken heart watching her family die from Nazis. Nobody took the time to ask us that. They just wanted to hate us. The hate has been a thing in my life that I've always fought against. Hate and ignorance. So, I know it's kind of a personal story, and a lot of people probably think a little too personal, but you know what? These are the lessons I wanted to try to teach people. You don't fight hate with hate, folks.
No, you can't. All you'll do is keep it going. In fact, I want you to share another personal story with me. You shared one at the panel, and I came home and I started contacting all my brothers to tell them this story that you shared with us. One of my brothers said, "Man, you better check with Thomas and make sure he ain't one of our cousins. That sounds like something that was said in our family." It was the story you talked about going hunting with your dad. Will you share that with us?
Yes, my father was a tough man. Trust me, he was as tough as nails. He'd sit around and play the guitar and do all silly stuff, but when he came home, he was non-stop tough. He wanted us to be tough. So my father said to me one day, because we were in West Virginia, he said, "Want to go with me?" I said, "Where are we going?" He said, "Come on." I was like, "Okay, come on." I was like, "What are we doing?" He goes, "Just grab that and follow me." So we walked and walked and we walked and walked and we were talking about the bear story, right?
Yep.
And so my father goes, "Go ahead." So I look down and I'm like walking. I see this little cute cub. And I was like, "Wow, that's pretty cool. That is awesome." My dad's like, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah." And I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Here now." It's like, "Oh no, what am I missing?" And I said, "Slowly lean down, just sit here." Now, no sooner than I just got in this position, I heard crunch, crunch, crunch. Here come Mama Bear. And I was like, "Holy," he's like, "Shut up." I'm like, "There's a bear." My dad's like, "Hmm?" And I sat there and we were quiet and watched this big bear playing with this little cub. And my dad wasn't even rude. He was not even shaking. He was almost like it was nothing. He was raised in the mountains, so I'm sure that was everyday occurrence from him. And as the bear finally left, it's like, wow, that's, wow. It's like, "Can we get out of this mountain?" My dad's like, "What do you want from this?" And my dad was, the point of what my dad was trying to teach me is that we all have a place in this world, and no matter how big we are, how big we think we are, we're not as big as I was an arrogant little kid with a lot of things, and my dad wanted to show me the order of things. He wanted to give me a lesson, to show me that we're not the top of the food chain. We're not as big as we think we are. This world isn't made of egos. It's made of respect. And that was my dad's thing. He wanted me to respect the beauty, respect nature, respect my place in this world. I can't say enough about my dad. He was a tough man. Don't do it. Don't do it. I will never forget my dad, as tough as he was, tough as nails. That man would show you with his heart. Real quick story, and I'll make this quick. My dad had told me when he was 17 years old, he told me this story, they would walk out in the woods and go bear hunting and stuff. And my dad was telling me one time, he goes, "I walked with 3 friends out in the woods. We decided to go, it's winter, in West Virginia. So it's like 20 inches of snow, it's like 10 below or so. We walked way out in the woods to go bear hunting. So they're shooting. And they all kind of separated. And my dad said, "Well, we were supposed to be back here." They all came back. They walked forever, he said. So there was like 5 of them. Only 4 showed up. And he goes, "Wait a second, 1 short." They went looking around for hours, and my dad found his best friend had fallen off, slid off a cliff, and died. His body was already getting frozen out. And instead of leaving him there, because we're talking way back in the day, my dad took his body with rope, took his belt, and they all took off the belts, and my dad was walking without a shirt, and they tied him to my dad, back to back, breathing. And my dad carried him back to family. And I looked at my dad and I said, "Wow." He goes, I said, "Most people couldn't carry." He goes, "No, it was hard." Because what was important to me was that he get back home. He's a lovely man. I want him home. Always remember, son, go home. You don't leave your friends. You don't leave anybody behind. Remember home. And I looked at him, and my dad, as tough as he was, had a tear roll down his eye. It's the only time I ever saw my dad cry. And he looked at me and he goes, this isn't sadness, son. This right here, this is love. Love to my friend. Then if you cry, don't be ashamed. And that was that. He died a month after him.
Wow.
That touched me in ways you wouldn't believe. That's the kind of father I had. You can sit there with guitar, play, drink 100 beers, laugh his butt off. When it came to his family, he would not stop. He would do anything. And I learned that from my dad.
Wow.
This is my family too. They become my family. I would do anything for them. My fans are my family. I know it sounds cliche, but it's true. I know these are crazy little stories we're sitting here.
Man, no, you and I did this at Anime Austin. It really did turn into this thing where I just wanted to keep talking to him all day. So, and Reed and I keep sharing our favorite Thomas Tenny stories from that panel. Guys, I want to do this for you, Marie, and I appreciate you guys coming on here. We're going to put the show out. We're going to put this out to everybody, but I want you to partner up with us. Keep us in the loop with every step of the way, whether it's the GoFundMe, whether it's the Kickstarter. We're partnering with you now forward.
Yeah.
Oh man, words cannot express how much that means to us.
We appreciate it. You're the first people to say you really want to help us. You know, we really want to send a positive message out there, and we realize we can't just do it by ourselves. So
Sometimes it's hard to ask for help.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's very
We have our
hard.
egos.
Yeah, I think I'm worried. Some people are going to say to me, well, aren't you, this legendary thing still cracks me up. But I'm just an artist, guys, just like everybody else.
Man, you're the most humble guy I know, because I can't draw stick figures good, and I promise you, if I could have drawn anything in Robotech the way you did, they're calling me. In fact, I may change my name to Legendary if I could have drew like that.
I told a friend of mine, I said, I get that shirt made up, legendary, Thomas Tenny. He goes, people go, you're arrogant. I go, no, I'm just trying to be funny.
I was one of the guys that kept calling him Legendary. He's being kind. He's not outing me, but it was me, bro.
Look at the chaos they had, the legendary. I love those guys in Circus of Chaos. They're hilarious. They're great guys. But they were there. As soon as that show came on, people were like, you're legendary. I was like, no, I didn't know that. I said, how come they always talk about that when the guy's dead? I hope I'm not dead. Am I dead?
Yes. Don't do it, man. We definitely have enjoyed you. Thank you so much for coming on tonight, guys. I know you got a lot going on. You got all of our contact information. We got yours now. Marie, Reed actually got me your number, Thomas, so I'll be getting a hold of you this week when the show goes live and letting you guys know. We're going to put this one out there as quick as we can in the community. Please keep in touch with us. In fact, when Fight Girl Fight, and we're looking back in this, and it's big, please come back and let's talk about it.
No, definitely.
All right.
We'll do that for you.
All right, perfect, man. Thank you guys so much. Look, blessings and light to you as you continue this journey. Keep us posted. Anything that you hear, we definitely are going to want to follow up with our listeners because they're going to find this fascinating.
Yeah.
And anything we hear, we'll definitely try to get it back to you too on it. Okay.
We greatly appreciate it.
All right. Is there anything before we let you guys go that you want to say to the fans before we get off of here? Or, I know we talked about the Comic Forge. I guess on Instagram is the best way to get a hold of you guys.
You can check us out on that. We're gonna have a Fight Girl Fight Instagram, which is going up at a Fight Girl Fight Twitter. Mary's gonna start a Fight Girl Fight Facebook page.
Okay.
yeah. We really want to hit as many social media,
Outlets.
sites as possible, and
Definitely.
let this spread.
And to all you fans, Mary and Anna are there for you. They're there. If you're a single mother and want to talk to Anna, please talk to her. She's more than happy to talk to you. Mary, all you college students, you know what Mary's going through. You know what Anna's going through. Please, I'm not the star here, guys. They are.
Yeah. I actually had to play the protective uncle for you, Mary. One of my friends showed up, and he was about to try to ask you to marry him. And I was like, no, back up, bro. Slow down. Slow your roll here. You did not know it, but you had a black uncle out there for about an hour. You did.
Yeah. Everybody says to me, they go, "Why do you treat her like a daughter?" And I said, "Yeah, well, my daughter looked like this. I know she didn't come from my side of the family."
Man, Thomas, I sure appreciate you guys. Thank y'all so much. Definitely, you've blessed us with what you came on the show and told us today and sharing of your life with us and sharing Fight Girl Fight with us. We're going to do everything we can to share what we have here with you. And hopefully we get this rectified and get you guys justice soon.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Really, thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. I really thank you guys.
Hey, no problem. All right. Guys, this has probably one of the most emotional shows for me.
Yeah.
And thank you, Brandon, because you did see me tear up, and we don't talk about that ever again.
I didn't say anything.
You're a great man. That's how you got best friend status, brother. Okay. Guys, if you want to reach out to us to help with this, please reach out to us at our Gmail, goteamlift@gmail.com. You can also reach us on our Facebook page as well as our personal Twitters. That information will come up after the show. We will have information on our Facebook page about ways that we can reach out to the Comic Forge on Instagram also for you. Once again, it's been another episode of the Team Lift Podcast. Thank you guys for your continued support. Peace. Thanks for listening to the Team Lift Podcast with your hosts, Brendan Bowie and Roderick McDaniel. Join us again next week as we discuss more topics from geek culture. Be sure to follow us on our Twitter page @GoTeamLift, as well as our personal pages @Coach Silky and @Bizide. You can direct questions and comments to us on our Twitter page, as well as find links to all of our social media outlets. Thank you for listening. See you again next week.